Hello all, we're here again looking at another stock that we haven't really covered on the channel before. This one is called Bene, and you can see that in the past day it is down by 13.45%. The question for this video is why and what comes next, because you will see in the past 5 days we have had this pump taking us well above $16.67, but the question now is where do we go? Because bear in mind, earlier in the week, that being last week, we were sat at a price of $10 anyway, and we're coming very close to that again now. So the question is ultimately, where do we go? Of course, I am not a financial advisor, I am not a professional, I'm just sharing my personal opinions in this video, but if you do want to hear any of my opinions, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe so I will make another one as time does go on. But like I said, I'm not a professional, make your own opinions up, please. And again, if you do enjoy it, do subscribe like I mentioned. Of course, if you can share this video with as many people as possible, that would also go a mile. And the third thing I want to talk about is the fact that we are actually doing a fundraiser for charity right now. We're trying to raise funds for Save the Children. If you guys can donate anything at all, it would be massively appreciated, and you will be helping to make a child's life just that little bit better. But now we're going to dive into the video, and this time, as always, we're looking at the simple chart. And there's a few things to take away from this. Really, I want to look at this one first on the 5-day. So Friday saw the highs for this stock at $16.67 plus, like I said, actually almost even touching $17 up here. So we had this massive spike up on Friday. This continued into Monday, so we did have that dip towards the end of Friday. But yeah, coming back into Monday, we had that massive gap up again, and we started off on a price point of $14 plus. Now from there, back up to the 16s on Monday once more. You'll see up at this spike up here. But ultimately, from those highs, we have been declining ever since. Now, right now, the progression of the decline does appear to be a bit less steep for at least the afternoon. You will see that realistically from 9:40 onwards, we haven't dropped too much, but yes, the trend is still downwards, and that is important to note. So the question is, what comes next for this stock? And especially when you zoom out to the past 1 month, really, you'll see this one has been stable on a price of $10 for a very long time, as you would expect for one of these acquisition corp stocks. You know, we do have to see them in this range, but the question is, with it dropping so low, what does come next? Because we're definitely back to where we started off, or at least coming very close to being back to it. And I'll give you all of my thoughts and opinions in just a second, but first I want to have a look at a few of the technical indicators on the 1-day, 5-day and 1 month. So we're going to start off on the 1-day, where you will see that we're sat almost true to our moving average. As I have said a couple times tonight, that is because with a lot of these stocks, we haven't really seen too much movement to either side today, so we have had the time to catch up on the 1-day at least, which isn't too bad. The RSI figure is perfect at 49. Bear in mind, 50 is neutral, so this is exactly where we want it to be. The MACD trend is looking pretty good as well. It's quite flat, so it is quite hard to read, but it does appear to be a little bit bearish right now, which isn't necessarily the biggest thing in the world, being the 1-day chart. Now the 5-day is a bit more inclusive. You will see we're coming back down to more reasonable levels from being overbought back here on the RSI. Sat at 43, which is 7 points from neutral, so I don't really mind about that too much. The trend on the MACD down here is quite neutral once more, which is fantastic, and this is again because of this consolidation, and the consolidation also brings in the fact that we are sat almost true to our moving average once again. Now the 1 month chart will show us, of course, that we have hit well above overbought on the RSI. We hit 100 at some points up here, but now we're coming back down to 54, which is only 4 points away from neutral, so that's fantastic too. And the trend of the MACD does potentially appear to be becoming a bit bearish now, with one red candle sneaking in, but ultimately we have seen that growth recently, and the trend is still looking quite bullish overall. But again, that could be changing, as this red candle is, generally speaking, an early indication of a trend change for the MACD. Now, the moving average for this time period is, of course, a 50-day MA. It doesn't really play too much relevance, as it is going to be miles behind where we are right now. And the volume figure for today is set at 7.35 million. And by the way, this is compared to yesterday's volume of 43 million and the previous day at 61 million. So a few things to take away from this. And we're going to start off by looking at what could be coming next for this stock and what I'm expecting. So ultimately, would I buy this stock? Personally, I would not buy this one right now. I do understand that there is an argument for this one to be made, that the potential of it dropping much lower is quite slim, and the potential of it going higher is there. And I do agree with this to an extent, in the sense that, like I said, oftentimes these special acquisition corps do sit on an average price of $10, which is fine. However, we are obviously not looking for the low of the stock. I mean, we are to an extent, but we're also looking for the profits. And oftentimes with these companies, they do get a lot of hype in, but sometimes they do tend to drop back down to the $10 mark and not see much movement for a while. And I do understand that in that time, there definitely could be some better opportunities in other areas of the market. And for that reason, this stock right now does not make the most sense for me. Now, if we start to see a bit of a rise going forwards into tomorrow or whatever, my opinions, of course, can change, but I'm just looking at what I see right now. I do understand the fact that the losses that we could sustain are quite slim, in my personal opinion, because, like I said, these do oftentimes level out at $10. Don't take that for granted, though, but it is what we often see. So I do understand that potential. However, I just think that the profit margins here to be made, whilst they are there, they're just quite unclear right now. I'm just waiting to see what happens in the next few days with BENE. But right now, I think it does look a little bit dead. Again, that can change. I'm just looking at the technical data on the 1 day, nothing more. I just think from today's data, it's not the best buy, and that is just my personal opinion. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about this stock down in the comment section. You tell me if it is a good buy right now. Again, my opinions can change. If this one starts to level out where we are right now and start to bounce up again, of course it could make a decent short/swing term trade. If people are interested in that. But again, it depends on how much risk you're willing to take, and of course, you know, how long you're willing to hold the stock in a worst case scenario. So that was just all of my personal opinions. Like I said, do drop me a comment telling me what you think, because I want to hear what you have to say. But thank you for watching up until here. Goodbye. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.